I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Yo, what's up guys, balik lagi bersama gue Riza Promo. Oke, kali ini gue akan bermain game Genshin Impact karena sudah update teman-teman. Primogen gue masih wow. Gue ngincer Bennett. Gue mau ngincer Bennett teman-teman, tapi nyelesain event ini dulu, oke? Oke, yuk, das OTW dong. Langsung OTW saja cuy. Nah, katanya di sini ada teleport. Minum dulu batuk anjir gua. Bentar, teman-teman. Oke, lanjut.
Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more, and we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the... Oh, you mean the god that took your... You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion... Yeah, Paimon bets... Well, we've ruled out two gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next...
Inazuma?
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhangli said it was a closed nation. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon thought of someone already. Let's see what she has to say.
Ini yang pakai copil itu ya, teman-teman. Daun merah di musim gugur. Oke. Gaskan cuy. Biasanya teman-teman teleport di sini ada teleportnya ya. Hai. Anda tidak bisa menebus saya. Yo, let's go. Gue butuh primogen banyak sih ini. Minimal Bennett C1 lah. Ini Inazuma Atsuko. Halo bro, Atsuko.
Oh, hello. Oh, I mean good fortune. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here.
Great! We came to the...
But the chance of success?
Incredibly small. Then how...
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly... All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of... After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for... But to my surprise, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
What a horrible journey!
Well, because everything is just too restricted.
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to... Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible... It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire. But if you really are set on going,
The raft idea sounds a little...
that's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experience.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find
Oke, yuk, let's go. Push. Kampret. Ini di sini teman-teman, kapalnya Beidou. Ya kan? Iya tuh. Pakai Kiki ya, Kiki, Mona, Keia, udah pokoknya jebret-jebret ini. Chongyun, udah semua dipakai. Taruh ambil ini dulu cuy, kupu-kupu ya. Pokoknya di sana ada itu cuy. Males gue bertarung. Tuh kan kapal bener kampret. Di sini bukannya ada angin-angin itu ya, yang bisa buat terbang. Enggak ada sih.
Rise.
Staminanya habis. Ini nggak ada apa-apa gitu. Gue pakai Mona nyampe sih. Gak percaya. Kalau nggak kayak King bisa.
This is destiny.
Let's go.
One. Life goes on.
Hampir aja. Enaknya punya Mona cuy. Kalau ini enaknya punya Venti langsung ke atas. Tuh ada siapa? Beidou sama yang baru.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't... Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remark. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person, judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Ini matanya Paimon kayak lesu gitu ya, kayak mabuk anjir.
Paimon?
Tuh, iya.
What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of...
Bintang?
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaedehara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay.
Only if the mood takes me, of course.
Ini kayak
Poetry for
kembar ya.
poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just a...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've... The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part.
Oh,
There are
bela diri,
two
okay.
important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided.
Oke, benar.
You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurk. And with Leo's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy...
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round, get this, it's a masterless vision.
Oke, dapat vision listrik dari sini teman, dari
Supplied by
turnamen ya.
myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there
Oke.
really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for
okay.
whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my
Yep. And the
Oh,
way I
yups.
see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, so if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma.
Inazuma? You want?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the...
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this.
Great. Then let's get you signed up.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer.
Oke, siap, yuk, gas, gas, gas. Wow. Pergi ke tempat pertarungan yang diselenggarakan. OTW. Ini ada itu nggak? Nggak ada ya? Kita harus pakai MC-nya harusnya cuy. Tapi gue pakai G yo. Nggak seru ya.
The hunt begins.
Let's go, let's go. Ambil dulu dong. Lumayan satu-satu terus ya. Gak bisa aja. Oh, kata tempat ruin kuat. Nggak boleh pakai vision ya. Oke, siap.
Let's go.
Ini lewat ruin gua cuy, males gelut. Tapi nggak apa-apa sih gelut dulu. Oh, nggak ada teman-teman.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are.
Cari tahu kemampuan para kontestan.
Hello, are you here to compete in the...
You bet I am. Have you put your... Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed to... Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit.
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense! Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them. And
But for us, even for our 5 treasure hoarders at it, Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
Gantian sombong.
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to...
Haha, oke, siap-siap. Keren sih. Kita udah 1 sampai 4 sampai 5 ya. Ini apa dia? Kriminalnya apa?
Hi there, are you here for the Crux Clash?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your... But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top student.
This master of yours must be pretty.
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan.
Kayak
And his
kenal ini
skills are
yang mancing itu teman-teman.
unparalleled. Liang and I are both proud disciples of his. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is... He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches us...
Forced dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to... For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attack.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult.
We're clearly not that naturally...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This...
But here we are. Recently, though,
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make...
Well, we have to try something.
Exactly. It can't... Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
Oke, siap. Tenaga dalam ya. Nggak boleh pakai vision sih. Terakhir. Ada senjata-senjata cuy. Ini siapa ini? Nggak bisa bicara cuy. Ini siapa? Oh, petapa. Petapa genit.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found my...
So you're also here for the...
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could... For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my... No. It's not about what I want to do. This is... I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful bits. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though a vision.
Oh, vision. Dia butuh vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a... Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of... Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll...
Oke, belum tentu. Let's go.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing. Come on, let's go sign up.
Let's go.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, your sign. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the...
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament?
Aku tidak punya vision, cuy.
But from what I've heard, the things you're...
Yep, He still doesn't have a vision.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make... So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Aku sudah menulis satu. Oh, ini aja. Gak usah sombong, Ci.
Also, don't forget to mention that the previous battles include, but are...
Whoa!
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. Right, a great hero such as yourself can
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top 10.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you...
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole... Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. In any case, looking at the competition...
Okay,
Alright, it's showtime!
Berarti nggak boleh
You seem
pakai
like you're
elemen.
raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His
Bisa nggak diganti, teman-teman? Nggak bisa. Waduh. Ya udah sih.
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to win now?
Oh, gila. Langsung aja.
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to be...
Biar keren dikit, cuy. Gila.
Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
Kita nggak boleh terlalu kasar, Mom.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And so, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare...
All right. Let me think how to act.
Masa satu doang?
We fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same. With Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figured, for one thing, we don't... So...
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level, you would have made it...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential...
Oke, yuk.
We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for the... Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready
mirip
to
ya,
push through
teman-teman.
the storm that lies ahead.
Mirip tuh.
Alright, that's enough chit-chat for now.
Yuk.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would...
Relax. My guy's at the top of his...
Okay, follow...
Follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Biarin cuy, kita biarin dia ajar ya. Biar dia puas dulu teman-teman. Ush.
It's a fury. It's a fury. I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you definitely...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. But mine? I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them.
Wow! Now...
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the final?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. So don't get too cocky.
Oh ini kayaknya kayak kita cuy, adiknya kita ya.
There he goes.
Main-main dia sama senjata bender standar.
Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might...
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame.
Maybe next...
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. I faltered for but given my stat. Still, I'm sure...
Oh masih ada lagi teman-teman. Yaudah nih kita pakai aja cuy, jangan sampai lupa. Gue kira udah nggak gelut.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead, his opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why don't you dodge, they ask. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, I don't dare tell my master about... Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in...
Oh, alright.
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Wow.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly, I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard.
He's right. But I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessary. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has... What's the matter? Worried that you've...
If that is the case, then I haven't properly...
Yeah, we could tell that.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial... I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself, given your talents, a few hints from me...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must... Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats...
You betcha!
Apa kita ngelawan adik kita sendiri?
Wait a second. We
Does one not leave a trail when... However, there is only... Come with me. Some post-match entertainment.
Jauh banget anjir. Ribet. Ini ada lagi teman-teman.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic simple. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing...
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible compared... To think a human could wield the... And not to mention your incredibly...
Hey, stop evaluating us, bitch!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. It's been a long journey, and honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of... However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Of course, I too shall share. Now then.
Oke, yuk. Kita harus pakai itu sih, nggak afdol sih. Kalau nggak pakai apa? Nggak pakai ini nggak afdol ya.
There's still a long road ahead.
Nggak afdol kalau nggak pakai ini, oke? MC-nya ini ya, kalau story kita harus pakai ini cuy, biar nyambung. Udahlah, gini aja cukup sih.
I keep watch. You leave?
Lamaan cuy. Anjir, serem loh cuy.
Burst forth. Disappear. Twin blade.
Sini. Apa gua upgrade ke 90 ya?
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to... Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the... and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these... My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently... Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current electro archon now doubt these criteria? Not to mention, with no new electro visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something.
She sounds less like an archon and more like a...
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. These
Infinity.
contracts are meant to benefit all who reside. It goes without saying that the people locked within it...
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to... the time for your
Oh, right! We got so distracted.
If you have no other matters to attend to, very well. Let's
do it. Let's go. Kemana angin membawa? Oke, yuk.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance. Everyone, listen up! Your attention! We've reached the climax of the crux. We've seen many exciting battles. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui heart...
Wow!
I've been waiting. I'm sure everyone witnessed. But today's final round. As for our other combatant... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to...
Wait a moment. Something doesn't... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with...
Oh iya, dianya udah diambil cuy. Kampret ya. Hadiahnya diambil duluan, kampret.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that's...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape... The culprit has only acted. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some
Nah, ini
explanation
bagus
to
ya,
all the
dia tanggung
spectators
jawab
that
cuy.
came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where could he...
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Oke, dia pakai perasaan angin ya. Wow.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's see. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
Put.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the price in the
Gila.
first place?
Serem.
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Loh. Nyawa amat cuy.
You can't run from death.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris.
But
This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Windblade! Come into being! Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected.
ya
In
kampret.
which case, please stand back.
Freeze! Windblade!
Jauh banget anjir. Oh, treasure hoarder ya.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
Bener.
Wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. But most disappointing of all is the state of the... It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire
Fine, fine. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of loud...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily since there was no use in trying to face you in the match. I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still... Drat. This should have gone differently. Really?
Yoi.
Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate one...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing...
Huh? You're not serious.
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and it seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far!
I never would have guessed you could... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk...
Loh, yaudah.
Haha! Just you watch!
Anjir sakit, Cuk. Serius ya?
Ya.
Anjir ngongkang ya dia.
Ya.
Alah, ribet.
No! Do what you want, but please, don't...
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you... It's up to you. Such...
No need for that. Thank you for...
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, I wanted to know from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods, though few tales tell of a master. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try?
The vision didn't...
I see. So you are... No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Yeah, what's the story behind...
The story begins with an old friend.
Nih story-nya teman-teman.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness.
Iya teman-teman.
In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
Temennya teman-teman.
Perhaps one day, I may come to find that but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along...
Kazuha!
It's just another way of... All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us one...
Keren. Ini mah teleport.
Look at you! Huh? Did Beta leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she...
It's not on...
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus, in which case, the Crux clash come...
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer but the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be... In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stones, suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be... In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own.
Paimon believes you'll find...
Thank you. One final word of warning.
Oke, siap. Selesai, teman-teman. Ada lagi? Ya, habis teman-teman. Tapi kita dikasih medali ya. tapi nggak bisa dipakai. Tapi nggak apa-apa sih, lumayan. Oke teman-teman, sekian aja tentang quest story perjalanan ke Archon Inzazuma, tapi masih apa? Masih delay cuy. Quest prok ya, daun musim. Oke, berarti masih bersambung. Kita lanjut ke quest selanjutnya. Oke, sekian aja video dari gua Rizky Purnomo. Jangan lupa di like, subscribe, dan share. See you, goodbye.